Okay, in this video, we are going to go over steps for solving word problems. This is a method that you can use if you struggle with word problems and have trouble with them. So first, let's go through the method. There are 4 easy steps. Step 1, find your question. What do they want you to do in the problem? Okay. Step 2, list your givens and identify your variable. And what that means is use what they gave you to figure out what you don't know, your X. Step 3, look for any outside info you need to write your equation. Do I need a formula like volume or perimeter to write my equation? Am I expected to understand what a particular something is? That's the type of question that happens in the 3rd step. Then you write your equation. And finally, you solve. Step 4. You use your properties of real numbers to isolate the variable and answer the question. So let's practice with a real problem. So here we have our problem. A picnic table has a perimeter of 30 feet. The table is twice as long as it is wide. What are the dimensions of the picnic table? Well, you can see that I've already answered step 1. I've already answered what are the dimensions. That is what they want us to find out. So let's go on to step 2. List your givens. So what do they tell us? They tell us that the picnic table has a perimeter of 30 feet. So P, capital P, equals 30 feet, right? Okay. And then what else do they tell us? They tell us that the table is twice as long as it is wide. So do they tell us anything about the width at all? No, they don't. They talk about the length, and they say that the length equals 2 times the width. So, aha, we have identified our variable. Our variable is going to be W, okay? Because you can only solve an equation for one variable. So now let's look at step 3. So let's look and see, can we just write our equation right now? Or do we need a formula? Is there other information we need to understand to be able to do this? And if you think about it, we do need help with our equation. This is not a straightforward problem. We need to know what a perimeter is, and believe it or not, we also have to know what a picnic table is. What shape is a picnic table? And you can see that a picnic table is a rectangle. And the perimeter of something is the distance all the way around. So here's your width, okay? You have 2 widths, and then you've got 2 lengths, and we know that the 2 lengths, the length is twice as much as the width. You add all of these up, and that's your perimeter. So here is the formula for a perimeter. P equals, and we know what P is. Well, let's do the formula first, and then we'll substitute our values in. So P equals 2 times W plus 2 times length. Okay, so let's go back now and plug in our givens. So here we have, instead of this big P, we have 30. And instead of length, what do we know about our length? Our length is 2 times 2W. Okay? So now look at what we've got, you guys. We have an equation. It only has one variable, so we can solve for it. So let's go into step 4 and do just that. So let's simplify first. So we've got, I am going to raise this up so that you can clearly see what I'm going to do. So I have room to work. So I've got 30 equals 2W plus, oh, look, we have to multiply. We got to distribute a multiplication. So 2 times 2 is 4W. Okay? So look at that. So now let's keep going. Next step, combine like terms. So let's rewrite this as 30 equals 6W. 2W plus 4W is 6W. Almost there. Let us divide both sides by 6. And what's our final answer? We have that W equals 5. Cool. We have one of the dimensions that we were supposed to find. We have the width is 5. Now let's do the length. If the length equals 2W, then the length equals 2 times 5, right? Which equals 10. So now we know our other two. And let's add them up together and see if they equal 30. 5 plus 5 is 10, plus 10 is 20, and plus another 10 is 30. So we got the right answer. And that is that.